What it do, Kripple Krew? How is everybody today? I see Marco, member of Kripple Krew Inc., and the big first one in, the Ground Bog, Henry G. War Room, original member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's up, brethren? Lou, I see that you had to go to church. I appreciate. Weldon Carey, what's going on? Kelly, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Titanium Justin, what's up? Wim Hornbostel, member Kripple Krew Inc. Chris Lopez, what is up? Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. I appreciate the condolences from everybody. Thank you for that. We are currently in Texas. Jesse, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Mud, what's up, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you guys. We are in Glen Rose, Texas right now, or something like that. Um, at a really nice site where Three Rivers meet up. That is to outlaw what's going on. And Gonna be here through tomorrow. And visiting with one of Mrs. Deadly's sisters. Anybody else? You just got the Clio in copper. Isn't it such a nice knife? I've wanted to feel the one in copper. You felt, man, am I really choppy? I don't know what the Wi-Fi is like here. Am I coming through really choppy? Uh, the I think the extra weight of the copper would actually feel pretty good on the Clio. You're in Del Rio? Oh, that's awesome. Have you seen the we've seen not I don't know about the dinosaur tracks, but I've seen a lot of dinosaur statues around. Neil McKenzie, member Kripple Krew Inc. You got checked for firearms because of your little Kaiser muskrat. That's hilarious, Mud. Sound good. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I had no clue what the Wi-Fi is like here. Whoop. We were headed when when we found out that we had to pack up and hit the road for Texas. I went for, of course, some of the usual carry. The you know my Aries EDC Spike Lagatha. She always has to travel, and then uh, the TRM Neutron 2 goes everywhere. So, of course, that was traveling. And then, oh, I just realized the phone is not on the Wi Fi. The phone is actually just on 4 or 5G, whatever they have out here. But that's okay. I'm going to leave it because I don't want it to be unsecured. I grabbed the Glideman CP because it's so comfortable. This is one that's I really like to have travel with me because it's so lightweight and I can do anything to this knife. Neil McKenzie. Oh, all right, Neil Mac. Have a good rest of your day, homie. Member for 6 months. I would wave the flag, but I did not bring a flag. I remembered a lot of stuff, but not a flag. So we'll wave our Maniaco Hank, and then we'll give a pickle steel salute. Member 6 months, that's straight up OG status. Much appreciated, Neil Mac. Mud's carrying the muskrat from Kaiser. It's a BB Brazen. And the Tenable Anomaly at Dirk Pinkerton Design. Clint Crosby, what's going on, homie? What are you carrying for Memorial Day weekend? Jam Cox, member Kripple Krew Inc. I appreciate you. It says, hey, folks. And, we're on the road. I did not bring, you know what, we will, yeah, I didn't bring a flag. So we've got to wave the Mad Yako Hank instead today. And we'll give a pickle steel salute. And then the other one that I threw in the pocket was the Wixco Drax in the polished Ultim, because I told Samson at Wixco that I would carry this in a whole bunch of different pockets, swap it around, move it around for a couple of weeks, um, just to see if the polished Ultim starts to look beat up at all. They're curious themselves how well the polished holds up versus like a milled Ultim. And the only other one that I haven't polished Ultim is my Penguin, and it still looks good. But so I'm carrying this and moving it all around in the pockets to see for them how it holds up. So far, it's holding up like I expected to. Um, is my computer not letting me click now? So there we go. Now it's letting me click again. Jesse's carrying the Matriarch 2, the Savivi and Cindy. I know where that came from. And the CRKT, Small Personal Everyday Warncliffe. Nice. Nice. Mud's got dinner for the family. Yeah, we on this, on this trip, I always have a bunch of stuff as part of my EDC. This pouch, it has cards in it, it has medication in it, has a flashlight, a pin, a lighter, a backup lighter because we've got a lighter, flashlights. And I know my pockets always have a lot of stuff. My Rock Toll Gen R is the multi-tool that's on me with the S35 VN blade. Did my computer... Let's do this real quick. I gotta reload my... See what this shows. The Wi-Fi is as one would expect, either a little slow or being used by a lot of folks. There we go. It was not refreshing. Gareth, what is up, brethren? Good to see you. I hope you're doing all right today. So, of course, my pockets was loaded. But what really interested me was seeing my father-in-law's setup. So he was not a large man. He was very, very thin, and he had a camelback uh, backpack. It was pretty thin. It didn't look like it would hold a whole lot, especially if there was water in it, until you started getting into how well the pockets were packed in that little camelback. 25 bucks, that's a damn good deal on that. That's the one you showed me the other day. So we'll start with the multi-tool. It's rocking a Leatherman Sidekick multi-tool, and makes sense that he would want one that had spring-loaded pliers. So this is when we get back to Washington. I'll end up cleaning this up so that Mrs. Deadly can carry this one in her purse or whatever. But actually, we'll leave it out. We'll leave it out. That was his multi-tool. Oh. This right here took us a second until we'll move that back. Until this was opened and you realize that this all goes together. But his travel pipe and stand for smoking a little bit of tobacco. Check out that stand. Let me back it up a little bit. Check that out. Little folding metal stand. And then this is like a travel cleaning brush for that. And this holds tobacco. So that all packs into this little pouch, padded pouch. I'm going to move this up here. And then he was always set with tons of writing and marking utensils, and pencil sharpeners. He also carried a challenge coin, and his was a religious challenge coin. Not surprising at all. And a little keychain that really cracked me up knowing him, because it has a thermometer, and then on the back, how you can use air temperature and wind speed to figure out the chill factor. Roger that, Mud. And just two things in his little pencil sharpener bag that I did want to share. You know, in our EDC community, we always talk about pocket jank or pocket art, or, well, part of his, he had like an malachite or something. He had his pocket art to go along as well. Kathleen Smith, member Kripple Krew Inc. How are you? Just sharing a bit of Mrs. Deadly's father's EDC. And right now, we discovered this in his pouch, and his setup is really cool, and I just thought I'd share. And there is two other things from that pouch that surprised me. Not that he carried this, just that he was able to fit all of this. The first would be his pens, pencils, markers. He liked to do art and stuff, and I'm not surprised that he had something like that on him. Just that it fit on him. But the coolest part, I don't know if it's the coolest part, but something that I thought was really awesome. So, also in his slim camelback pouch was a full travel utensil set with titanium straw, chopsticks, full knife, fork, butter knife, spoon, and salt and pepper. He was even more prepared than I knew. Yeah, and he didn't hardly eat. But he was prepped. Yeah, he had a pretty cool EDC, that's for sure. But he had, it's surprising how, I don't know, surprising, I guess, but you know, multi-tool, yeah, both were carrying challenge coin, pocket jank, all that stuff. He was a member of the EDC community. He just didn't admit it. Yeah. Clean up the Leatherman sidekick when we get home from Mrs. Deadly so that she can carry the Leatherman. Aries EDC, what's up? I appreciate that, my man. Ron Dobbins, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Good to see you. Yeah. What's in everybody else's pockets today? Leave that over there. I'll leave the pipe set up, but I want to put some of this little stuff back in the pouch real quick so I don't lose it. I appreciate that, William. Says hit the like button, everybody. What's in the pockets? William said a lot less money. Picked up your Nathan Vermeulen today since your pic on Instagram. And you got the Mannix too. Ginger Fisher, what it do, brethren? How are you, man? Member Kripple Krew Inc. Yeah, we'll leave the pipe though and the sidekick out because the pipe is awesome. Appreciate that, Kathleen. No, we had to drive. We left immediately after the Deadly Daughters annual review on Wednesday and drove straight through. We took turns and we got here about just at roughly 24 hours after we left Washington. We pulled in. So we've been here since Thursday afternoon. And looks like service is going to be Wednesday morning. And then we'll be driving straight back because the Deadly Daughters graduation party is next weekend. You got the Neutron 2 frame lock? Ooh, that looks so good. Which show scale did you go with? That black micarta that they were showing looked so nice. Yeah, but Kathleen, we do have appointments for July 17th to get our real IDs. So that we could fly. Mrs. Deadly just started laughing. She's in the background. She just started cracking up at that because that's the soonest appointments we could get. BNA, what's going on? How are you today, my man? Man, did you guys see the TRM Javelin? It'll come on Tuesday. You got the 80s camo carbon show. Oh, that's gonna be sexy. Hope you living well today, BNA. I'm pulling up Instagram now, Gareth. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that custom. Here is the custom Gareth is rocking. as well as the nice thumb wrap he has to have at the moment. Garrett's rocking the fixed blade right now because his flicking thumb is chopped in half. Man, look at you can tell how comfortable that is with those hourglass scales. The way that he is uh, sculpted that, you can tell that feels so good in hand. Yes, yes, we brought plenty. Well, not plenty, but I brought enough of those with me, Kathleen, and of course the cordless hole punchers, just in case any holes needed to be punched. Scott, in what it do? Good to see you. Yeah, that javelin looks pretty cool. Garrett says you can do this, and if you need a lion for a hug, he can send over a couple. She laughed at the lions, Gareth. I'm gonna pull up TRM and show that javelin real quick. Okay. I pull up their Instagram, and my travel carry picture from yesterday is one of their first top pictures. I like it. Here is, yeah, it does seem fair, especially because you can use code DBD and TRM25 to save 10% BNA. This is the javelin from TRM, and I really like you've got a nice spot to index your thumb. It comes with this leather sheath. That ulti clip would be a great way to, and it's made out of titanium. So this isn't your everyday slicer. This is your backup non-magnetic. Well, the sheath would be with that clip, but this is your poker. You know, for like corn on the cob on over a hot fire or something. Straight up poker, pure titanium. Yeah, American made sheaths. Yeah, American made sheath, full titanium. That thing just looks really cool. It's obviously a purpose driven tool. I'm sure they will after Blade. You met the guy who makes the sheaths for the small fixie and the tie dagger. Les loves daggers. Yeah. Yeah, those I'm sure after Blade, those will be up. Is this? Yeah, here the those frame locks look so good. I like that they swapped up the frame side of it to be to not have the inlay on the frame lock. Exactly. What's not to love about it? Yeah, I won't be a Blade this year. Your local shop has some of the neutron frame locks. They look like they're awesome. I know Chris Lopez says that he ordered one. Kill all almost $2. With the $2 super chat says Sunday surprise stream. What it do, Kripple Krew? Todd Carr, member Kripple Krew Inc. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I don't have my flag with me. I'm on the road. So we will do a Mad Yako and a TRM salute for the super chat. I appreciate you, Kilo Llamas. Yeah, BNA, we had to make an emergency trip from Washington to Texas because Mrs. Deadly's father had a heart attack. And we got down here just in time because he did pass. So we are here until the funeral next week. Yeah, it has great acoustics too. This is its third cross country trip with me since I got it. It it goes in the pocket all the time now, when especially for a trip. It's so light with the titanium and 20 CV. I don't worry about anything, corroding or anything. Kill all llamas again. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. Uh, uh, it does help. Thank you. Appreciate you. And no, he ain't resting in peace right now. He finally got to get back with his wife. So they are riding like crazy right now. They are going they're on a Harley somewhere going balls to the wall. Copper lizard skin scales, those would look awesome. Oh, I bet that looks sweet. Yeah, that's what he'd been waiting for. So they hauling ass now. Is there anybody out of town right now for the holiday weekend? I bet especially it would be a big difference on the Neutron too, because it's a knife that you think of as such a lightweight knife. So to slap some copper on there, William says he's so ready to go ride the Three Twisted Sisters. B&A is in Orlando for a wedding, there for a week. Going to Disney tomorrow. There you go. Ooh, wait. You're going to Disneyland on Memorial Day weekend? You're braver than I am, BNA. I would I have a feeling I would end up in the Disney holding cell. For wanting to do violence. Met Bearded Doom Thursday. That's awesome. Man, after reviewing the Soul Stone, I definitely want a soul stone at some point. And the black one, of course, the DLC, of course. But the soul stone was such a killer knife. Are you talking about Orlando or Disney as being the whole place being a trap and maze? Both. Got a set of brass scales for the neutron. Oof, that's gonna look so good. He brought the soul stone. Some crazy UJL knife thing. That doesn't surprise me at all, Scott. That's awesome. Orlando in general is a trap and a maze. Yeah, everybody's got a park there or something there. I know that uh, Joe Casper, heck, what it do, what it do. My father-in-law, his stuff. I did show some of it, but I could absolutely show it again because he had some awesome stuff. Move the carry out of the way. So the sidekick here was his Todd, and he had the Leatherman sidekick that I'm going to clean up when we get home for Mrs. Deadly. And I'm sure he used the tools on this pretty frequently. But yeah, this has been sharpened more than once. Yeah, this will get cleaned up when we get back to Washington so that she can carry it. Dang, Gavrilovsky, what's going on, homie? This we didn't recognize right off the bat until we saw this and realized that it obviously goes together. But in the pipe pouch, he had a short travel pipe. That's awesome, BNA. And this really cool travel pipe stand, which is just dope to me. I like that pipe stand. And cleaning brush for the pipe and tobacco pouch. It's funny. I didn't know that he and I both EDC pipes. Just little different kind. But that is true. That is true, Scott. Very true. William, the best time to do Sturgis is off season. Trying to ride those trails when people are there is that's how people get killed every year. Also, before I open this up, so all of this, Todd, was carried in a slender camelback backpack. And he had so much stuff in there that it didn't look like would fit, but it was so well packed. All the different pockets, multiple pins and markers and such. But You know, we carry challenge coins in pocket, Jank. He had his religious challenge coin with him at all times. And like this I showed earlier cracked me up. It's a keychain thermometer, but on the back it tells you that the air temperature and wind speed combination, what that turns out to in chill factor. He was always giving Mrs. Deadly weather updates. If there was alerts for us in Washington, he would be checking it down in Texas. And then, you know, his pocket art was definitely meaningful to him. And like at this malachite, I believe it's malachite cross. It's really cool. Multiple pencil sharpeners, including a couple of the smallest I have ever seen. But that's for sharpening these like 2.8 millimeter ones. A bubble level. And then I still don't know quite what this says. Create a color. Oh, so this is another one of this holds one of these bigger, thicker leads. Oh, absolutely, Scott. Yeah, yeah. Religion did bring him comfort. Post show. Close that up, and I'll leave that stuff out for a minute. This, I still have no clue how he fit in there, but he also was an artist and loved to draw or paint. And this was part of his EDC. Yeah, hard bags make it so much easier to carry all that stuff. And then I got used to nice big hard bags, William, and switched to my Road Glide ST, which has much smaller bags so that you can lean the mic further. So yeah, the difference between my Indian bags and my Road Glide ST bags is insane. And then probably my favorite part. Yet he had probably 5 pencil sharpeners on him. My favorite part of his EDC, broke ass knives, what it do? Remember Kripple Krew ain't homie? Was his travel utensil set. Titanium straw, chopsticks, even though I've never seen the man use chopsticks in his life. Spoon, knife, fork, a sharper knife, and then salt and pepper ready to go. All in a very thin camelback that still had a water bladder in it. Yes, Broke Ass Knives, designer of the Gideon, now available everywhere. Would you win? Would you win, Gold Plated Ginger? What's going on? You're at the Indy 500. Oh, that's what you meant by saying that you would go live from Indy yesterday. Yeah, no, we were traveling. We're in Texas right now. I'm gonna put his pipe up here front and center because that was just really cool looking. We're we've been traveling nonstop since we left Washington on Wednesday. A long ride, shield recurve 8-inch light tint windshield. That'll be nice on there. Yeah, I want to. What did you waiting to see what Cole won, what broke ass won? Later, B&A, have fun, homie. Yeah, which car you driving? Roger that, Mud. Talk to you later, homie. Ooh, you want a Nighthawk? That is awesome. Let's take a look at that picture. Here, folks, I'll show you Nick's Bladed Ginger's view right now at the Indy 500. Check that out. Boy, you are pretty close to the track. That's definitely a good spot. Very cool, homie. Turn 4. Yeah, yay. TKE, what's going on, homie? How you doing today? We the Saturday or Sunday surprise stream in the middle of Texas right now. Where we're at, Three Rivers meet around us. Robert Willoughby, what's going on? Good to see you. And why am I not yelling at you? Nah, nah, just a chillaxing stream. We're at campgrounds right now. Mrs. Deadly and I are in a bunkhouse. It's actually nicer than the hotel room we had the night prior. And Mrs. Deadly's sister and her husband, uh, half couple of the grandkids, they have a big RV that they bring out here and come out here quite often. So Mrs. Deadly and I are staying a couple of nights out here at one of the bunkhouses, um, chilling at the campsite with them. You know, death in the family can bring out the worst in folks, and it was a time to get away with Mrs. Deadly and her sister and just go chillax. Hell yeah, have fun, Nick. And if any pieces come flying, duck. And this is finally going to need the edge touched up a little bit when I get home. It's been my steak knife everywhere. This has been what I used to eat everywhere. And the banquet dinner last week for JROTC before we had to leave. That meat was such crappy cuts and so gristly that finally took some of the fine edge off of this. It still cuts like crazy. I was using it to cut my meat last night, but it finally needs the edge touched up. Speaking of, I'm going to share a picture of something that will be waiting at home for me when I get home, and I cannot freaking wait. There's a few things waiting at home for me, but here is one of them. Boom. That is waiting at the house for me right now, or will be by the time I get to the house. Traded, made a trade with War Room and got my top Spyderco Grail, the CTS XHP, Warney PM2, and Mike. Mike at Boston Blade Works just finished putting an edge on it and shipped it off, so it will be at the house when I get home. Sterling, I appreciate that. Really do. Thank you for that. But yeah, that CTS XHP will be at home when I get home, and I cannot wait. That one with, it still has the River's Edge orange G10 scales, but I'm really thinking, because you guys know I have the Ultim PM2, I'm really thinking about doing clear Lexan scales on the Warney. Rolf Robertson, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, homie? How are you? Hope you and Barbie are having a good Memorial weekend. You guys spending time with the grandkids this weekend? Oh, man, 24 hours straight in the Jeep to get from Washington to Texas is something I am still feeling. Robo, Steve-O. Nice, nice. You having a good time spending time with the grandkids. That's awesome. Currently I'm in Glen Rose, homie. Uh, I'm in Glen Rose, but I'll be headed back towards northern Texas by Wednesday. And then as soon as service is over Wednesday, headed back to Washington to try to get home and get the house ready for the Deadly Daughter's graduation party. Go check the dinosaur footprints in the creek up there. Somebody, Neil Mack asked me if I'd seen the dinosaur tracks. I've seen dinosaur. Uh, yeah, it is pretty country. I've seen dinosaur statues all over town. We're at one of the campgrounds right now. Pretty cool. There's three rivers meeting around us. We're at one of the campgrounds there in one of their bunkhouses, Mrs. Deadly and I, while her sister has her RV out here. It's definitely greener than a lot of Texas because of all the water around here. I was noticing how green as we're coming in. There's Dinosaur Valley or something state park with the prints. Derek for real, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Yeah, hope you have a great Memorial Weekend, awesome as well. And I will share your condolences with her. Thank you, Derek. Todd, I will share it again because I'm happy to share it. Getting the PM2 Warney River's Edge Cutlery exclusive in CTS XHP. Made a trade with War Room EDC to get that one. He's been trying to get my North Mountain Blade Raccoon Skinner with the custom Kydex sheath off me for quite a while, and so added the Finch Nocturnal to that. Even though I really like that Nocturnal, I turned the Nocturnal and the Raccoon Skinner into the CTS XHP PM2 Warning. Still green because you haven't got out of the rainy season yet. That makes sense. Glen Rose will be fried this time next month. What part of Texas are you in, Robo? Yeah, Mrs. Deadly was asking me if anybody was in any of the Kripple Krew were in Texas. I was like, yeah, there's quite a bit in Texas. Yeah, you're in East Central, Roger. Yeah, I've really been wanting the you know me, I'm horny for warnings. And those PM2 warnings don't come available. Yeah, yeah. The Nocturnal's back in Florida. War Room already has it. Yeah, I flicked it on a live, and he was like, "Hey, you know about that warning?" I was like, "Oh, I like this one, but yes, yes, I'll trade it." You're West Texas on the border, Roger. Yeah, we got to go back to Vernon, and then from Vernon we'll be taking off to go home Wednesday. Yeah, we left Wednesday at noon. Is when we left Washington, and I'm still having trouble trying to figure out what day it is. What it do, be shady? Member of Kripple Krew Inc. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great Memorial weekend. Yeah, today is October. Thank you, Robo. Helping me get it figured out. Yeah, I just grabbed a few knives on the way out. Of course, the TRM was already in pocket. Grabbed the Clio for a light fifth pocket. I always travel with the Freya. The Freya is just such a good all around, use it for anything and not worry about it knife. This I've been carrying in multiple pockets because I told Wixco I would see how well their polished Ultim holds up. So far, it's looking great, but that had to travel with me. And then I grabbed the Glideman CP because I was planning on shooting content. And I figured this one could get a review while I was down here. And I brought the Kubi Bloom to review while I'm down here. We'll see if I end up shooting the content or not. Depends on where we end up staying next. Uh, we haven't been like still long enough. You have to carry a buoy at all times. You know, that is one blade shape I did not bring. Because, I mean, obviously Lagatha's with me. Obviously. But I did not bring any buoy blades with me. Yeah. You know I'm not traveling without Lagatha. But I did bring the Kubi Bloom as well because I was going to shoot a review on it. And I still might at some point while I'm down here. I need to get some more content uploaded. I'm out of stuff already recorded. And you got to have a Mad Yakko Hank when you travel. Just, I think that's mandatory as well. So, of course, the Mad Yakko Hank was with me. Yeah, it seemed, uh, busy, busy. He's working on knife designs. Of course, Hanks, he's got Matt Wax. He's trying his hand at customizing more. Lots of stuff. He's been keeping himself busy. Plus a lot of cooking. Yeah, he's been keeping himself busy. I have with me right now in my bag. Let me grab it. Oh, one other part of my EDC that always travels with me, always with me, is my dad. I take my dad with me everywhere I go. But I was planning on doing a review sometime while we're on the road of the Glideman CP and comparing it to the OG premium Glideman. It's still my favorite model from All right. Let's set this back in the mount. And then we'll get it lined back up. We'll leave it unplugged for a moment. I took the case off. Yeah. Dunk it in water and ice. There we go. We got it. We got it cooled down enough. I took the case off. I'm using a completely different mount than obviously I normally use. And it's what I can bring with me as a travel setup. What I was saying is that I was going to shoot a review at some point on the road of the Glideman CP and compare it to the premium version. The Glideman is still my favorite model from Fairmonster just because it is the most comfortable to use. It wasn't just the phone case. Welcome to Texas. There you go. Yes, I forgot to bring a cool towel with me, so I had to buy one the other day. And if I'm out of the room, I have to have that on my neck. But I definitely prefer to carry and use the Glideman CP. I love it. Feels so good with the micarta. The weight is great. The action is still phenomenal. I definitely like the less expensive Glideman CP. Beardo, what it do? You're traveling too. Hell yeah. Headed somewhere fun, hopefully. So yeah, if I get the chance, I will be doing a review in the next day or a couple of days on the Glideman CP, and also brought the Kubi Bloom to do a review on it. Karen Spudridge. Yeah, it's going to be all about that AC when we move, Robo, because it does seem like when Mrs. Deadly and I move, it's gonna be Texas. This is the direction we coming. It'll be West Texas, but yeah, then we'll have to do a Texas Kripple Krew meetup. Yeah, no Williams there, Robo, Eagle Scout, Lone Star, Blue. There's a lot. Uh, so if you guys were on the Tuesday live stream, Flightanium was on again, and I am now a Flightanium affiliate. And I have this arcade light coming to me to review before they drop. Um, well, they drop on June 2nd. Then yes, no, I think we're home before that date. I lost track. Yes, we should be home before the launch. But I chose the digital green with the black DLC, of course. But they also have Oh, this is pretty cool. The Minim, a little titanium and D2 folder that you can get with DLC, but it showed the new titanium or the new arcade light. Where? Just show it to me. All right. Knives. Arcade landing pad. There we go. So there is a Pro coming, a linerless Arcade Pro. The OG Arcade is already out. I know a lot of people have it, but coming June 2nd is the Arcade Lite with these four colors initially. Every arcade accessory fits this. So backspacers, thumb studs, pocket clips, all fit these, and they all come with either the Stonewash or the black DLC. Austin A and a Shark Lock. So these are going to be made in the same, they're in Taiwan, so they're made in the same spot as like my Austin A Demco 80 20.5. And they're going to drop for less than $100 with an actual official Shark Lock DLC, less than $100. I am well stoked for those. Donnie Bless. Good morning, my man. How are you? I knew B Shady'd be all over that purple and black. I like the slime green. And it still get 12 hours from one side to the other. True that, Robo. True that. Uh, Good to see you, Donnie Bless. Yeah, the purple and black is one that does look really cool. I'll show them one more time. Show the other color options. So the purple and black, see, to me, they all, with these scales, they all look better with the DLC. To me. Then they have the ocean blue, and here it is, blacked out. Again, makes it way cooler. And then the other one is the smoke black, which normally I'm all about black, but on these scales, this is the least interesting to me. But black on black still looks good. But yeah, I went with the digital grain and chose the DLC. So that's what's headed my way. And I now have an affiliate link and discount code for Flightanium. Chat from Blades before going to a family cookout. Yay, yay, yay. Well, we're here at a campground area visiting Mrs. Deadly's sister. You know, we're down here in Texas because her father passed. Hell, uh, just a little over 48 hours ago. And so now we're down here until the funeral. Yeah, they all look lit, but the DLC really makes every one of them just stand out more to me. And they're going to be less than $100 for a Shark Lock. And I have I have Demco's Austin A on my Shark Foot 80 20.5. And that factory in Taiwan does a great job with Austin A. So they're allegedly gonna retail at 99, but when they first drop on June 2nd, they're gonna be even less. Allegedly, hypothetically. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the actual launch price is, and then to see if you can still use code DBD to save some money. Robo doesn't get invited to family cookouts anymore. Apparently, you're not supposed to ask all your cousins' wives why they never look like their social media pics. Pardon me. How many blades do you think you're going to have ready for Atlanta, Donnie? I know you've been crazy at it trying to get stuff ready. Uh, Homeboy Johan Jordan is trying to make Blade 26. Um, don't tell Lou, but Rutherford Forge, they're also trying to make Blade 26. There's a lot of South Africans trying to make Aldo. There's a lot of South Africans trying to make Blade 26. You need a filter on your camera to make your knives look more expensive. Brian White, member Kripple Krew Inc. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I will pass that on to her. You should have 6 on the table. First come, first serve. Ooh, those are going to go fast. Those will go fast. Are you still planning on having that one neck knife there as well? That little neck knife that was kicking it around the shop? Hell yeah, that would be cool. And I was thinking, the Bless rolling tray. It could be a Bless teardown tray, with like corkboard on the bottom and separators for your tools and stuff, that then has a rolling tray insert. So you can like use it to tear down your knives and work on your knives, and then you put the rolling tray insert into it, and then you can get your pipe, your blunts ready or whatever. Like make it a twofer, you know what I'm saying? Sell the rolling tray insert. Kane Miranda, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Had too much downtime? Well, you need it every once in a while, man. You work like a crazed animal at times. I know Be Shaded be all over Bless Teardown and Rolling Tray. Sure, you could find somebody to do it with 3D printed inserts. And it's also you could have one of those like 3D printed, how they have the tool stands that you put your different screwdrivers in, or your drivers, I should say, and you swap that one out for the insert that has your dab tools and your little all of that stuff in it. I've been thinking about this Bless rolling tray too much, I think, Donzo. Yeah, I've been trying to think about it, homie. And the like tear down to rolling tray could make it something that everybody would use. Be careful with the extra sharp edge. Yay, yay. Sounds good, Jesse. Yeah, nah, this is a dab free week for me. I just brought and just have flour with me. Wet formed leather, you could. You really could. That could be dope. Rolf, I'm very interested to check out the Magpul Breslin. Matter of fact, let's pull that up real quick. I'm gonna pull up the Magpul Breslin or Breslau, because this is our first. This is like the exact opposite of everything Donnie does. Whereas everything, come on, share screen. Hello, maybe, maybe. Let's see. I gotta close that window real quick, and then I will reopen. Come on, maybe. Computer's really loving this Wi-Fi out here. Phone's still cool enough, at least. Come on, computer. Close this window, please. Uh, I could go. Where are you? Kill it. Okay. Now I'm relaunching that. So then I can show and share. It's coming. Almost. And I'm back in the studio. And here we go. So this is what I was saying is the exact opposite of everything Donnie Bless does. Because everything that he does is made by hand. Whereas everything about this knife is 3D printed. The handles are 3D printed. The blade is 3D printed. 3D printed steel. The pocket clip. This is. I do want to check one out. But when you talk about buying the rights to 3D print knives, I mean, they really are going to be 3D printing these blades. Calling it the MBNS 35 for injection molding. It's supposed to be similar to the CBNS 35, which we shall see. But those are very interesting to me. Like I said, that's the anti-bless knife. Instead of every knife having soul, no piece of it does. Yeah, Skynet knives. Yeah, instead of every single piece of the knife being touched and having soul, it's just all printed and put together. It's that's a trip to me. Kurt White, what's going on? Like the whoop, are we still sharing? Oh no, that's just that open. The the options that it will open up for companies if the technology really works and the steel holds up is people are going to be doing a lot more on blades because you just make one mold and pay for the one mold and then it's all built that way. Doesn't require extra grinding to put character into the blade. You just print it. You know, instead of it taking some grind time to put swedging and some character on there, you just design your mold and print it with whatever lines you want. Waiting for the 3D printed knife there. Has anybody pre-ordered one of those Breslaus? I definitely have not. So I know a lot of folks are waiting for Blade Show. Has anybody ordered anything recently? I know Chris, Chris Lopez has the frame lock Neutron coming to him with the 80s camo carbon show side. No more shipping problems. That's a good thing. I'll check that one out, Gareth. Oh, let's see. Looking at the calendar. Where is my calendar? Come on. Hmm, we'll figure it out. You've got more of a bath than the dog. Our little pit bull, she just stands there and looks abused the whole time she's getting a bath. But the husky, he'll stay in the tub, but he definitely likes to shake off and get you for sure. SLS blades are what you want to see in a titanium alloy mix. What kind of doggy again? I don't remember what dog you have, William. Soaked from the waist down. Our previous pit bull he wasn't a big fan of baths, so I just got in the shower with him. He would come into the shower with me and then just stand there and look abused while he was getting washed. But it was way easiest to just take a shower with him. Lab and husky, you're told. Okay. Yeah, it was way easier just bathing with my dog or showering with my last pit bull. Then he didn't try to get out. Springer Spaniels love water. Yeah, faux show. Faux show. My growing up, my step grandpa had Springers and Brittany's for bird dogs. We had golden retrievers, and he had Springers and Brittany's for bird dogs. It's gonna be funny if he sees a squirrel one day and he's dragging you by that leash, William. I'm also looking forward to a box from these guys soon that might be there when we get home. That would be awesome. But I do know my CTS XHP PM2 was going to be waiting for me. And that makes me happy. All right, guys. It's a holiday weekend. I want everybody to be able to get with their families. And also, we should figure out what Mrs. Deadly and her sister want to do. So I appreciate everybody kicking it for a while on the you said pretty content with the Mac and Neutron 2. Ordered a new Lynch with small clip for the Mac. That'll be nice. I can see why you're happy with the Neutron 2 and the McNeese. Yeah, like what else do you need to order right now? But yeah, we are with our family. That's correct, Gareth. We are right now. But I think we need to go figure out what's going on with the rest of the set here. I will be trying to get a couple of reviews shot and uploaded over the next couple of days so I can still have some content going. And I will be in a room somewhere on Tuesday, probably doing my usual live stream. So since we're going to be here until we bail early Wednesday afternoon, I will probably have my usual time on Tuesday, but I will make sure that notice goes out to everybody ahead of time. I appreciate you all kicking it for a while and all of the well wishes for Mrs. Deadly. She really appreciates it. She would, come on and say hi, but you guys understand. But she does say thank you. Much love to the EDC familia. Appreciate all you guys. And we will talk soon. Have a great Memorial Day weekend with your people. Stay safe, stay frosty, stay deadly.